do not say I did not warn you. She is jealous of you, and if she could be you, she would be you. Hey you guys, welcome back to Our Awaken. I just need to get some things off my chest, but most importantly, I want to validate anyone who may be experiencing the things that I have been experiencing when it comes to friends or people who just want to be around you so bad, and you oftentimes find yourself questioning, maybe I'm bugging, maybe I'm overthinking it. But people are weird, and people will come around you just to try to figure you out, just to try to learn you, just to try to see how do you do the things you do. And honestly, I used to always be like, maybe it's just a coincidence, but no. If you're repeatedly noticing something from a person, for one, if they don't give you credit, for two, if they're always copying, or sometimes it be given fangirl, but like I don't want to give you credit, so I'm gonna act like I didn't even notice it. You have to pay attention to people like that, because oftentimes they be having a very nasty copycat spirit on them, and everything that you find yourself doing, they're always trying to replicate you as if they want to be you. And I think that's very weird. And honestly, like a lot of times when this has happened to me in the past, in the beginning it was always the person given like this excessive amount of admiration. And you know, when a person is complimenting you, it's fine, it's cool, you know, thank you. But after a while, when they keep doing it, it kind of gets a little scary, honestly, and weird. And it's like when you start to then notice them saying like, oh, I want to do this too, or even if they go to the extent of literally copying everything that you're doing, you need to watch out for people like that, because those are dangerous people to your well-being. And don't get me wrong, if you're a creative person, if you're authentic, if you have a different style from the common person, if a person likes what you do and they feel like this is a good idea, I want to do that as well, to an extent that's fine, because you're an inspiration to them. But when it starts to become like I'm your mood board, then it's like I have to keep my distance from you, because I don't know how far you're going to take this, like on some Fatal Attraction, Single White Female. If you saw that movie, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. If a person is copying your everything, it's almost like they want to be you. Like if you could go in my skin and live my life, you will want to do that. And the thing is, people only see the upsides of what you have going on in your life. And when a person has a copycat spirit on them, they will literally copy and paste what you do with no shame at all. You get a particular hairstyle, and now that person is going to go get the same hairstyle after. Or if you decide you're going to do this particular activity, or you want to try this out, and now all of a sudden the person has the same desires, they'll always want to be around you so that they could try to figure out how do you do what you do, or how are you always successful in the things that you do, or do you have any failure. You have to really be careful with stuff like that. And I feel like with women, where we play ourselves is the fact that we have this idea of like, I want my bestie, or you want to do things with the girls. But sometimes you gotta watch out for the girls, because they have this very like competitive nature. And when it comes to insecure women, those are the ones that you need to be the most mindful of. I have had so many experiences where when it's an insecure woman, if there are things about you that she likes that she feels like she's lacking, she is constantly going to compare or feel the need to be in this secret competition with you, to almost validate themselves out of their own insecurity. Like, I'm not beneath you, like I'm actually better than you, when whole time they're the ones feeling that way. You're not even operating from that state. I'm not even thinking about you. But it's the fact that their insecurity takes over them so much, and it's almost like they look at you like you're perfect and you don't have no flaws. And the weird part is, when they get to that point, they will try to find flaws within you so that they feel better about themselves. And this is not just women. I've also experienced this with men. You have to be careful with people like that, because they will find ways to sabotage you, or try to make you look bad, or just try to play you out your spot. And you could never do that. Once I realized that you have this weird spirit on you, you don't have a mind of your own, at this point it don't take for me to, oh, let me just see, maybe I'm tripping. Like, no. If I notice weird behavior in you one time, I'm going to keep my distance, and you're no longer going to have access to me, and I'm not going to feel bad about it. And as an ex-people pleaser, I always felt like I don't want to seem like the mean girl, I don't want to seem like the bad guy. But no, you have to protect your safety at the end of the day, because I promise you, when you experience a person that really is so insecure and they start to become like obsessed with you and trying to figure you out and trying to replicate you so much, the people like that are dangerous dangerous. How do I know that your jealousy is not going to drive you so far that you might do something to harm me? And we've all heard of stories like Selena and Shanquella and so many other people. When you have people around you that are jealous of you and they're envious of you, you do not play with that. Stop telling them your business. Stop giving them access to you. And this might sound toxic. You might say the mature thing to do is have a conversation with them and let them know how you're feeling. But let's be honest, if you try to point certain negative behaviors out to certain people, and naturally as people we crave community. So when a person is always agreeing with you or always wanting to do the things that you're doing, you think, oh, we have so much in common, when in reality this person is just mirroring you. Everything that you say you like, they say they like. Everything that you say you want to do, they want to do. Everything that you do, that is weird. Please do not see that as we have so much in common. It's almost like, do you not have a personality or a mind of your own? It's giving yes man, it's giving copycat, it's giving if you could be me, you would be me. And I don't want to be around nobody that want to be me. Like, be yourself. You should want to be yourself. I don't want to be nobody but myself. It's a lot of people out here that don't know themselves. It's a lot of people that don't like being themselves. So the fact that they see someone who's authentic and who actually enjoys being themselves, you're almost like the blueprint to them. And like I said, inspiration is one thing, but when you're trying to copy my entire essence, my entire being, and you're trying to replicate my exact energy, you're going to lose every time. And when they see that it's not working out for them, because why are you trying to be someone that you're not, they're going to get mad about it. They're going to feel like, why am I not getting the results that you're getting? It's because you're not me. And when you keep trying to be something that you're not, it's not going to flow to you authentically. Everyone has their own energetic signature. What I do is not going to be the same way how somebody else does it. You could be great at something and I could try it and I may not be as great. Because we are two different people and we think differently, we do things differently, you're gonna have your own energetic spin on it. As a person in her mid-20s, I have had enough experience to understand that the perception or the idea that people try to put on female friendships and how you guys need to be like besties and how you guys need to be so alike and let's do everything the same, that is not the reality of healthy female friendships. It's a red flag for a girl to want to be your friend so bad. You shouldn't be so quick to hop into relationships because oftentimes a lot of it stems from trauma bonds. If there's any advice that I can give in this video, stop being so quick to build friendships with people. Allow people to consistently show you who they are. Allow people to gain your trust. When you start a relationship with a person, you don't just be an open book right away. You slowly allow them access into your life when they show you consistently that they are worth being in your life. You don't just be an open book because at that point you're making it easy for them to figure you out. And within the spiritual community, this is known as destiny swapping. People will try to portray themselves in your energy and try to replicate your energy because somewhere in their twisted mind they feel like if I can get close enough to being like this person, then I can be them. And that's very weird. And I really don't want y'all to be naive because some people will really go to the extent of practicing the dark arts to basically try to destiny swap with you. When you feel like something is off, something is off. You'll notice the things that I want to do, I no longer have the motivation or the energy to do it. But you see the other person doing it. You need to be really mindful of that. People can project negative energy onto you. Evil eye is a real thing. Word curses are a real thing. And I just don't play about negative energy.